Hi everybody, Caroline Mathis, and I am going to show you what went on in December of 2019's market. Our median price this past month went down to $393. We've been bumping right against 400 for the past 3 months, really darn close. The median price by month, you can see how that, what I just said, how we're bouncing just above. That one little time we got just a little bit above 400, but for the most part, once we were in April, May, away we went, right around that 400 median price range for a single family home here in Reno Sparks. Sales price, the median price from 2019 to 2018, you can see we went and had an appreciation of about 7.7%, 7.75% from 2018 to 2019. I'm going to do a video in the next couple weeks, and we're going to try to figure out if we can kind of forecast what this 2020 might be bringing us as far as what the market might do. So watch for that video from me. You can see by what I did last year that the overall for across the United States, they anticipated appreciation of about 4.8%. Reno Sparks area, 7.75%. We've got some good appreciation going. These are average days to contract by month. Last month, if you remember, we were at about 60 days. In December, we rose to 73 days. Sign in the yard 73 days before an acceptable offer. I want to put a little caveat on that though. You price your home right, there are people out there looking and they will snap your house up. This screen shows us average days to contract by the price range. So back in the hundreds, it's only going to be about 6 days. In the 200 to 351 days, 1.5 million, we still have about 6 months before they'll get an acceptable contract. Active inventory with new plus sold. Look at this screen. Our number of solds rose from November. We had 501 homes sell. But look at that new listings. That has come down to 250 homes that came on the market in December. People are still selling. A lot of people have to move, or who knows exactly the reasons why. But our inventory has dropped to 810 homes on the market in the Reno Sparks area. Not a lot of homes. This is year over year. 2017, we broke all records. 2019, we came up a little bit more than 2018. So we had quite a bit of sales in 2019. We're gonna see about a projection maybe for the next year. Remember I had mentioned my projection video in the next couple of weeks. Year over year new listings, 2019, we kind of just stayed right in the same area as the number of listings coming on the market from 2016, and then remember 2017 was our best year, and then we kind of have just mellowed out with an average number of homes on the market. Months of inventory for homes of sale, look at that last number. We have 1.6 months, so maybe 1 month and 3 weeks of inventory. Should no other home come on the market, we would sell everything. That's some $1.5 million homes as well, this graph shows. So 1.6 months of inventory is all we have at this time. Remember we had talked about an average, or the balanced market is right about between 5 and 7% of inventory each running value or running number of months. Look at this, 100 to almost 300, we only have a half a month of inventory. That's not very many homes in that price range. 300 to 399, 1.3 months. It's kind of crazy. That $1.5 million price range, if you look at my past screens, that was up there quite a ways. Now it's even down to only 7 months of inventory. So people are coming into our neighborhood. I don't need to tell you that. I also provide an overview throughout the United States. We're about a month behind because we can't get everything together from all across the nation. But this was as of November. Even their months of inventory have dropped. You can see it went down to about 3.7 months, and that's for inventory all across the United States. Interesting quotes that I've listened to throughout the month. The first one is from Move, that it's a website that gives us a lot of information. People have begun starting their home searches earlier each year since 2015. So every month people are getting onto the internet and checking out homes and putting stuff in their favorites. January 2019 fell just 1% behind February of 2019, which was the highest month across the United States of people looking at homes. That's a lot of people. 20% in the larger markets. January saw the highest amount of people looking for homes. January of last year. Can you imagine what people are doing this year? It's been nice outside, but it's still dark awful darn early. And people are probably perusing, seeing what's out there. And if they're dreaming about buying a house, now is the time that they're looking. To get into a house, we have to get permission. And if I'm going to go and show you a house that we've decided is something that you think that you can purchase, I'm going to call up showing time. It's a service that most agents use or that have listings to be able to get permission into a house. Look at this. This is amazing. In the West Coast, which Nevada is considered part of the West Coast, the number of people that have asked to look into a house rose to 23% from 2018. You can't tell me people aren't looking at homes and in turn purchasing homes. Isn't that amazing? Everybody's coming out west. I want to go over the prices per the little neighborhoods, and as you know, I go and look at Reno first. The sales price stayed right. It went up about 6% to $405 in Reno proper. So these are single family homes in Reno proper, and it's 6% over 2018's prices. The number of homes that were sold went up 35% from 2018, and the number of days to contract from November to December went up 22%, but from 2018 to days to contract in December went up 34%. Our new listings, that's why we can say what the supply is down 38% from what we had last year. A lot of information, but we have a supply in Reno of about 1.7 months, so almost 2 months. Over in Sparks, single family homes went up 6% from 2018 to about 367 for a medium price home in the Sparks area. Our inventory went down 35% from last year, or from 2018. Reno's inventory went down, I failed to mention, 32% from 2018. New listings down again as well, 37%. What we have in Sparks, the supply is 1.4% or 1.4 months of inventory in Sparks. We are looking for homes, and if you're thinking about moving, maybe moving up, moving down, give me a call and we will plan how that will work successfully for you. Fernley out east, and their sales price average is $275. It's up 6% from 2018's sales price. The days to contract went down 23%, and it's interesting, people are making some moves. Reno could be that 400 or 367 is just a little bit out of comfort zone. So if you don't mind driving that 45-minute drive from Fernley to Reno to go to work, or if you're fortunate to work in between, Fernley may be a spot for us to go out and look to see if we can get you a home out there. You know, in the days to contract, it dropped 23%. So it's even shorter time for a seller to get an accepted offer. So as we talked about, if you are thinking that Reno Sparks prices are maybe just a little bit higher than what you want to pay, let's get in the car and go out and check out what's out in Fernley, because once that house goes on the market, it's going to get a couple offers right off the bat, it looks like. They do have 2.4 months of inventory, so I'm not sure what all that consists of, and we'll go out and check if you are interested. I'm going to go down south just a little bit, because that is commute space or commute time as well. It takes you about 30 minutes to get from Carson to Reno. So their sales price went down about, on average or median, for a home down in Carson City, went down about $10,000 to $340,000. Their market, days on market, from the time the sign goes in the ground to they get an accepted offer, has gone down as well to only 52 days from 67 the month before. Carson is another great community that you might consider. The prices are a little bit lower. The quality of homes, the quality of life there in Carson is just as nice as ours. So it's something that maybe we can get together and discuss, and we can figure out pros and cons. I would love that opportunity to do that with you. I wanted to touch on condos. A lot of buyers are thinking, well, I don't want to commute, and maybe I can get into a condo. The sales price for condos last month went up 10% from year over year to $220 is the median price for a condo. Watch out, I say it every month, but watch out for that HOA payment, because I have seen them up to $450 each month, and sometimes there are 2 HOAs. So you want to make sure you watch that. The inventory, the number of condos or townhomes that are available right now on the market in December was 140 units or doors. That was down 40% from 2018. A lot of people are holding on to those and probably turning them into rentals, right? We have about a supply of 2 months of townhomes or condos for us to look at. But let's list the pros and cons on that, okay? So let's sit down and do that. We talked about interest rates. They are not anticipated to get much different this whole year. Interest rates are at about 3.72. Clear back in 2016, they were 3.97. We went up and down, but look at this now, below 4. This, when I say it's below 4, you have to have a pretty good credit score. If you need help with that, let's meet with a lender, have you meet with a lender, and let's figure out a game plan. How long will it take you to get into that really good score so you can get interest rates that might be hovering right there? It's going to take a few months, but it's January. We have a few months. Give me a call. I have some great lenders that will be able to help you with that, okay? I want to thank you so much for working with me. Last year was one of my best years, and thank you for that. As I mentioned throughout this whole video, I'm working on trying to figure out what the projection might be for 2020. Watch for my teaser and inviting you to watch this next YouTube video that I'm going to be doing by the end of the month, okay? Have a fabulous January. While it's not snowing right now, get out and enjoy that sunshine. I'll see you next month.